What mission should we do next? If we go to RST Corporation, we have a new Scion that like boosts enemies, and there's a tumble bug and the horrible enemy that puts rocks all around him. Leapers aren't that big of a problem, and the Fireflies aren't that big of a problem. If we go to Archive Inc., we have Burrowers, which are pretty annoying, but it's not that bad, and the leader is really not that bad either, I think. So I'm leaning towards Archive Inc. Admittedly, the Blob, with our new abilities, might not be that hard to kill, but I worry about that boost ability that the enemies are going to have. Why don't we go full backwards path? I hate tumble bugs, though. I feel like Archive Inc. is going to be a little bit easier for us right now. Let's try to get more reactor cores. Buff our damage a little bit for the final island. Okay. Defend the satellites, knock mites, air support. This is probably your first mission because it's so easy, I think. Then we'll do this one next time. Although, oh, I love the layout of this mission. It's the same one we had from, was it Detritus, I think? Yeah, we had the 2 mech vats here. The satellites are going to be so hard to defend, but let's start here with knock mites. So 2 burrowers, we can hit them with Kai Miller in order to burrow them, and then they will also not get knocked back. We're going to have only alphas at this point. Next island, we're going to have a leader every combat as well. But for now, I think we just load up like this, frontline our damage. There's not much that we can do to predict what the enemy is going to do. The burrowers are just going to do whatever the hell they want. As expected, or as hoped, there's a time pod. And if we can get enemies to... nope, if we can get enemies to land right here, that would be perfect. Please, please, no! But still, that's a great position for Kai. You're not hitting anything, and you're dead. Very strange. So if I move over one, you're not hitting anything. Beautiful. You can easily knock these guys into the pit. We do have missile barrage that hits for 1. If we boost, it'll be for 2, though. It's a bit of a weird turn, honestly. There's weird stuff going on here. Because like there's another play, which is just light these guys on fire, but then they only take 1 damage. I much prefer hitting them for 2 from Miss Miller. And then here, I mean, you could just light this guy on fire. What do? You can't do anything, which sucks. However, we could just light one of our units on fire. In fact, we could do that first in order to get the damage bonus. And then we also have removed mites from one of our units. So I kind of like this. Because then you get boosted. And this is just regen, which doesn't really matter that much. We're gonna lose our shield, but honestly, who cares? We're gonna burn you. We're gonna lose our shield. I don't think that'll prevent the mites, but you never know. You're dead, you're living. There's gonna be 4 units next turn. One of them's on fire and they're not gonna die, unfortunately, but that's okay. Yeah, I think this is basically as good as it gets. You were there, you were there. So like you move there. There's another turn that lights the Scion, that does 1 damage to the Scion. It doesn't light him on fire, but it does 1 damage to the Scion, and it keeps the shield intact. But I'm totally happy with this turn. I'm curious what happens with the mites, though. Okay, so we didn't take damage, so it didn't count. You're dead, beautiful. I like that it told you, by the way, Scion regeneration. You're dead if I just move out of the way. You're dead now, you're dead now. Wow, this is, I mean, it's a bit of an easy turn, all things considered. Not that I don't mind easy turns, it's just like, it's one hell of an easy turn. break the mites, block a spawn, get boosted. You can now use your rocket attack if you want, which is real freaking good, but why not save it, right? You should kill this unit. You should kill this unit. You'll have to repair next turn, but nothing is going to spawn, I think? And why don't you get boosted temporarily, just for the heck of it for later. End turn. And we can just walk into the fire to boost ourselves anyways. So you're dying, taking 1 damage. Dead, dead, dead. That burrower did heal 1, but he'll still die. Well, I guess he's not actually dead yet. He'll die later. Hopefully. We will almost certainly try to block a spawn. Although we do have 4 range on this, so we could hit him for 2. But if we're gonna be on the spawn point anyways, we might as well take a shot. Although it's not gonna kill him, but neither will you. So we'll just do it like this. Yeah, that's acceptable. We will block all the spawns that do not have fire on them, and then we will repair 3 units next turn, and we have our choice of methods of dealing with the enemy. End turn. Just looking to see if there's anything that I forgot about. I don't think there is. This is a bit like Raid Shadow Legends, isn't it? Says Buzz Mowgli. Welcome, Buzz. Long time no see. How you doing? You're on fire. You're dead. You've webbed a building, which is not smart. Also, everyone take 2 damage. Also, nah, don't kill your units. Instead, why don't you do this? You're dead, you're dead. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. I didn't even use my Titanite blade at all. Maybe it's not necessary, but you know what? It's free. We gave it 1 reactor for 2 uses. There will come a time where that giant blade is going to be important. What we need, I hate to say it, but what we need is another pilot so we can swap out one of the popular heroes here. Maybe something in the time pod, you never know. 13% grid defense, thank you very much. Who would I like to see? Well, who I want to see doesn't appear, and that's a good Kai pilot. Gain +3 move on the first turn of every mission, +1 mech reactor. That's basically perfect. I like skilled because of the move and the HP, so I think we replace Bethany Jones with Lily Reed. We don't get the shield, but we get a lot of move on the first turn, and +1 mech reactor that we can immediately place into, like, health if we want it, or, like, I don't know, range? 4 range seems to be enough, though. Why not? Oh, right, because it was on Bethany Jones. Maybe you're fine. Put 1 power into... I'm gonna give you more health. Later transition into +1 damage. What do we lose? We lose a shield by taking Bethany Jones out, but we do get the +3 move. Is that better on a different unit? It's probably better on Zhang. They'll go to 6 move on turn 1, 3 moves afterwards, and then 1 reactor core that can go into, like, even more move. You'll lose the health, you'll go down to 2 HP, you'll go down to 4 HP and an extra move. You don't kill Vex, so adrenaline's, like, never gonna be useful at all, but you do sometimes push enemies into pits or bump them. I actually think I kind of like this. But we need to give you the reactor to give you +2 range, and then you get the +1 move out of this. I don't know about that, but I still kind of like it. Then we get 7 move on turn 1. We can go where we need to go to hit people with the blade or the thermal discharge lance. And you're gonna level up pretty quickly because you get more kills than Adrenaline Boy. And then, you know what? When you level up, maybe we'll swap you back. You never know. Okay. Bethany's kind of replaceable while Kai isn't. Yeah, like Kai with the quickfire rockets getting +1 damage every turn. It's the only reason why we made it past the first island. I can't really get rid of her. Kill enemies, protect the clinic, tidal waves. This should be doable. That's also very doable, but we'll start with tidal waves. It should be pretty easy of a mission. Bumpers and starfish, usually not a problem. We'll go like, probably this. We have so much movement, we can kind of stay in the back. Except I want to push to the side, so we do want you over there. You're gonna push that way. Maybe we actually push everyone, put everyone on this side. That'll work. That'll work. Literally every streamer I watch is using Kai. I need to unlock her, says Azil. Yeah, doubling your damage output for the whole campaign for a pilot is pretty good, it turns out. You're dead. Beautiful. It might be a little cheesy, but like, it's real freaking good. That destroys the power plant, probably not a good idea. That destroys a building, probably not a good idea. I can push you away from the building. I can push you away from the building. It's kind of the reason why I gave you so much move, so you can get behind enemy lines where I need you to. So push you back, shoot you, you're already dead. Not a bad turn. Yeah, I mean, I think I just like this as a turn. It doesn't kill the Scion, so things are gonna repair or heal. And you know what? It doesn't let units spawn to kill them. This mission has 1 less turn than normal. I think we actually do want enemies to spawn where possible. So is there a better play? This does damage. You go away. Those enemies burrow. You stand here. You're gonna be boosted. This would do 2 damage. You would have 1 HP. We could move here and take a shot, but that's not enough to get a kill. Okay. This would light you on fire. You would have 2 HP. This would do 1 damage. I can get so close. I can get this guy like 1 HP away from death, but I can't quite kill him. Because the fire damage happens so late in the turn. What about this? That still hits the building. Would not recommend. Although, what about this? Yeah, okay. It frees up the slot so we can get in there. Yeah, we can kill everyone. I think we can kill everyone, but we have to use the missile barrage ability, which I have no problem doing. It's this. Everyone but the burrower, of course. get in here and missile barrage. No, you can't do it like that, because you're gonna freaking live! No, you're not! Yes, you are, because I got a boost into you. We had to do this first, to take the pot shot at this guy to get him 1 HP lower, but it would still not kill you now that I think about it, because you're not on fire, and you're not gonna be on fire. So if I do this, there's no fire to boost. And if I do this, I can't get where I need to go. And if I do this, you're gonna freaking live. And if I do this, you're also gonna freaking live. What about this? This guy's gonna live with 1 HP. And I don't think I can stop him from living with 1 HP. We're gonna have to reset turn. That was a mistake. I thought I could do it. We gotta think of things a little bit differently here. I can do it blocking the spawn. I'd rather not, because I do need to kill units, and a lot of them. But, I mean, there's already 5 units on the screen. We only need 2 more to spawn and then kill them on turn 1. I have to kill 2 units on turn 1 at full health. Not impossible, especially if they're ground units. I think they are, probably. And it would start like this. Push you away from the building. Then I could... Well, then I could just move you down 1, which is what this would do. And you would bump into your friend. And I guess I could just come down here and take a pot shot, I guess. Kill you. You would burn, and you know, assuming that the burn damage would make you burrow. I think it does. Hides underground after taking 1 or more damage. Well, fire damage is 1 damage. So it would be like this, burn. Actually, hold on. Shoot, deal 1 damage. Blade, kills. Fire, push. We get a unit to spawn and then everything dies already? Okay, okay. I think I got my turn. It's this. Fire. Nope. We gotta do it like this first. Blade. Fire. You should burrow. You're not hitting anything, you're dead. Next turn, there's going to be 3 units, one of which is gonna have 1 HP, essentially. But because we killed the Scion, now we can stand here and use the blade because we're not hitting the building with the Scion corpse now. And hopefully you just, you know, get knocked into the drink. You can just burn every turn, I don't care. You hitting a building is kind of unfortunate. Haha. I don't know if I can stop you from hitting a building. No, I totally can. It's this, and then we burn you. You, we knock into the drink. It's like this. Move a little bit closer. Could also use missile barrage. I'd rather save it, I think, until we can get boosted ourselves, but then we can do one of these. Opens up a spot where we can stand in to get boosted, which I like. You are going to move into a spawn block situation. You're dead. You'll die next. You'll die this turn. We'll be at 5. We only have to kill 2 of 3 units. I'd rather you spawn though, because you'll be on fire. So like if I do this, you'll die on this turn, and then you'll be on fire, whatever you are. I kind of like that a little bit better. So we get 2 kills, we'll be at 5, we only have to kill 2 enemies. I mean, as long as this enemy is a ground enemy, it's literally already dead, because it can't move away from the ground tile. So, yeah. You're dead, you're dead. We can move onto the boost fire, toss out rockets that hit everything. It might not be enough to kill the burrower, but... Oh, and there's another burrower! I can't do 3 damage in 1 turn! You son of a gun! I cannot do the mission objective. I literally can't, because it's a burrower. I can't do more damage. You piece of garbage. Even the blade doesn't do enough damage, because it only does 2, not 4. I hate this. Because if I shoot, they're all gonna disappear and then I can't kill them. I even had 1 additional enemy spawn in this turn and it still was a freaking burrower. God damn it. I should have predicted that though. What happens if you light it on fire? Nothing. Like, it takes 1 damage from the fire. If it burrows, the fire goes out. So if I light him on fire and then hit him, he only takes 2 damage. He's not gonna die. So, well, really the best thing to do is just this. Wait a minute, if we boost, we can hit for 3. But I only have 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd have to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move behind myself, boost me, hit me. Yo, I can do it! I can do it! This saves the buildings. We get as close as we can get. We're not quite close enough though, but we can knock ourselves forward 1, boost us, and then with the sword, do 3 damage. But then you don't die because you're not. Oh, damn it. Well, we killed him, but we couldn't kill the Hornet with the actions that we had on the turn. So we still failed the objective, but at least I felt better about killing the burrower. You let some of the Vex scare. Shut up, Dewey. What kind of a name is that anyways, you freaking Dewey Decimal System? Defend the armored train. Defend artillery. I like defending artillery. It's a pretty easy mission. I think we should do this first to try to get like a free reactor. You never know if one's gonna drop. So we'll create a line like usual, stop the enemies from getting close, do something like this. We've got a lot of movement on turn 1. Yeah, this is fine. I really wish buildings were immune. No time pod! That's unfortunate. Oh no, this Hornet. Another situation where I don't know if we can prevent grid damage because of the placement of the Hornet. But let's see, what do we got? You're hitting nothing. You're hitting nothing. So weirdly enough, the burrowers are not a problem on this turn. So you can move there. You can move here. I can make them burrow. I could. And if I make them burrow, maybe there's a way of getting the kills that I need. But if I light you on fire, that means you take 2 damage. I could then shoot you. How do we deal with these units? Do 3 damage to one of you, and then with the missile you're good, but then you're living and you're killing a building. Ogrim, welcome. I thought Heat Seekers were actually kind of good, lol, with the boost and all. Arachnos felt weak. Arachnos were amazing. Heat Sinkers, I think, are trash. Arachnos were great. I had no problem with them. Because didn't the Arachnids have the Ricochet Robot mech? By default, he has a push, which I think makes him immediately better than the Quickfire mech. Your only move is here in this. That means you have 2 HP. So that kills you. No, it doesn't. No, it does 1 damage. I could shoot you, then hit you, in which case you will die. The Hornet would hit the building though and will take 2 grid power damage. I don't see any other way around it though. I don't think we can deal with the Hornet because of their position. Like I have to use 2 attacks to kill them, unless I somehow boost my own mech and then hit them with the blade into the burrower. But like, that would mean, well, first of all, that would mean killing artillery support or your own building, and then I would have to spend 2 actions boosting my mech to hit it with the blade to do 4 damage. For what? So that these buildings can be destroyed? No. But we can save these buildings and just accept 2. Not great, but, you know, ultimately not terrible. We'll also get a level up on this attack right here, I think. And we still have 1 more action, which I suppose just means we should light the building on fire. Or light the Hornet on fire, rather, but don't move him. Just do this. We'll lose 2 power. We'll gain 2 power from the mission, so it's a wash there, unfortunately. And there was no time pod that dropped. But yeah, otherwise, like, what do? Move here, burn up, knock back, quickfire mech. Can't push, you can't push. You could push, but then how do we deal with this? Quickfire mech and artillery can't do it. So yeah, we either lose the bonus objective or lose 2 power. I'd rather just lose 2 power. And we're gonna burn you anyways. We'll do it like this though. Okay. I think that's as good as we can make it work. We leveled up, what did we get? I don't know. Hate losing the power, but not every turn is gonna have a perfect. I love the position of these enemies though. This is like easy mode all of a sudden. You can just smack this guy, he's dead next turn. Our cannon bot mech takes a pot shot. What did you get? Opener! Yo, that's extremely good. You can probably just like block a spawn. And then I guess we can just light you on fire a little bit. Is there a better way to do this? We don't have to kill you. In fact, we could do 1 damage to you or light this enemy on fire. I don't know, getting you down to 2 HP is kind of nice. We saw how much that was a problem last time. Sure, we'll just do it like this. Light them up. You haven't done anything. You know what? Well, I'm not gonna reset turn, but because we have 2 uses of this, I'm just gonna take it down to 1 HP. So we should have lit the spawn on fire. That's fine. Yeah, we're getting the 2 power back from the objective, so this mission is a wash. And there was no time pod, which means that maybe we'll get a time pod on the next mission, which is scary, but, well. You're in an annoying position, but it's still doable. Yeah, we'll just move over to the side. You're dead, you're gonna have 1 HP. Actually, you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be burning. Let's block a spawn, do a quick little repair. You're not attacking at all, but that's okay, end turn. you're burning. This is gonna be 2 units and a Scorpion that has 1 HP. I say 1 HP because we just have to hit him for 1. And you're gonna stand. I guess if you're already on fire, you can move through the fire. That makes sense. I was gonna say, otherwise, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Like, that's your move, really? Oh, this turn. Well, I mean, it's not like we can get a kill, so like... Yeah, sure, big blade. I do love the quickfire mech though when it actually has the extra damage. I feel like if we didn't have the pilot, we would just have had to have dumped all of our reactor into this pilot, and then we wouldn't have the range on these 2 units to actually do anything good. But opener on Lily Reed is real nice. She's turning into a pretty good pilot. All right, let's do the reactor core mission. Yeah. We want you... Can you move through the building? 5, 1, 2. You can move through the satellite, so this is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The burrower cannot hit our buildings. It's only going to be able to hit the satellite. The Hornet is always just a cluster. You don't know what the hell it's going to do. Starfish, same thing. But we have a dispersal mech with 9 move and opener, so it's gonna have boost and more move on turn 1. I have to admit, 5 extra move on turn 1 is pretty good. We can move to every tile on the board except for the bottom corner. All right, you're good there. I've decided. Yeah. All right, this is acceptable. Although boost opener on the mech with the rocket would be kind of cool too, but you know, with boost. We don't have the damage on the blade, otherwise we could have like walked into the enemies and just blade them, which we can kind of do now. The only annoying unit is the Hornet, because I actually don't know if we can stop this grid power, but like we have plays, like that's a good opening move. Kind of like just moving down and smacking you 1. But if I move like this, then I can hit you and actually kill the Scion. What do we do about the Hornet? Pretty much nothing. Although we could move here, push you away, and then here to push you away. Unfortunately, that doesn't do as much as I want it to do because we're still not killing this burrower. He's gonna hit the building. And destroy it, which is bad. We could use the missiles, but this doesn't save any. It saves the satellite, but that's not good enough. Or is it? Because we don't care about the Hornet. But the problem really is that, yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, the problem is, well, no, because we could just move here, shoot you, move here, you're not hitting anything, move here, boost you away, hit you with, I mean, I could just light you on fire. I could light all this stuff on fire. Yeah, it kills nothing, but nothing is spawning because there's 6 units on the field. It destroys the time pod. We can't do that. Damn. It's close, but I don't want to lose the time pod. I'd rather lose the satellite because we've already lost the perfect island. So maybe we accept 1 satellite going. Or grid power. Yeah, like maybe we just let this Hornet do its thing. Almost kill you. Kill you. 5 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I can push you away. We can do everything on this turn. No, we can't. The freaking Hornet's here. You dummy. You dummy! You still do it like this, though. Because then he can just light you on fire. Yeah. Although if I light the leader on fire, it'll die next turn before anyone heals, which might actually be a little bit better. But I assume I'm going to be able to kill him with like one shot from the napalm cannon. Napalm cannon? You have the napalm. You're the napalm mech. Whatever. Look, words. So we'll just light these tiles on fire, I think. Except 1 power. 13% chance of resisting, though. You never know. And we'll keep the satellite intact because that could give us more reactor, which is probably more important than the grid power, let's be honest. And we had the 13% chance. It failed, but whatever. You can be pushed. You can be shot twice. You can be pushed. I think we're okay. This kind of has to be your opening move. This guy is healing slowly, which is kind of annoying. But this saves both of those buildings, and then we can spend our other actions killing you, which seems really good. Yeah, let's just do this. I'm using my my sword abilities early, but like they're getting the job done. Fire damage happens first. You're dead. You're living. You're living. You're spawning. You're gonna heal up a little bit. The starfish are actually pretty easy to deal with since they never attack straight in a line. They don't really block your movement that much. It seems. Ding, ding, ding. It's so like squibbly. I don't like it. Also, is it just me or did we not get any bonus time pods? No space pilots. Maybe not yet, but I don't think we've gotten one yet. All right, so you two are doing nothing, but I could still do some serious damage. Actually, this seems like the best move. Deals with you and then also hurts you a lot. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of like this. Alternatively, we could kill the Scion that's healing everything, and then what would we do here? 2 damage to you, kills you, burn you. We would die. Yeah, let's not die. I think that dying is usually pretty bad in these types of games, so maybe we won't die. Maybe instead we'll do this, and then we won't die, and actually do some damage to this guy. Yeah, that seems a lot better. Let's not die. Because you're gonna hit your friend now for 2. Then we can walk here, burn you, now you're dead. Walk here, burn you. Dead. Burrow. 1 HP. 2 HP. So at the very least, we're getting 2 time pods from this. Or 2 reactors, 1 time pod. And fortunately, very few enemies are actually attacking anything important. Okay, all but 1 are. But I think we're still totally okay. Mech here, take a couple of pot shots. You're not hitting anything. You can just be boosted, burned to death. And then we actually have a unit not doing anything on this turn, which is totally okay by me. What do you do? You know what? Just relax. Just make sure we're not actually, you know, dying to the satellite launch. We're far enough away from it. Still, you know, we lost 1 grid power. We're not at Perfect Island, but we did get the corporate rep, which is nice. What do we got? Opener. Gain boost and move on turn 1. That's real good. But Lily Reed is an insanely good pilot. And we already get 1 bonus move on Zhang. Opener, you know, opener means we could use Missile Barrage on turn 1. Boost and +2 move on the first turn. And then if we reset, you gain shield and +2 move, which could be important, but I do like this. I don't like Adrenaline. I think it's kind of useless. Opener being able to use this for 2 damage, upgraded 3 damage, every enemy on turn 1. That does seem pretty good. I'm not gonna take the pilot right now, I think, because we are going to do Tumblebug. And I do want the extra movement overall. I think that's actually gonna be kind of important on this fight when we are repositioning around the Tumblebug. But admittedly, the bonus damage does seem pretty good. But I don't want to hit the Tumblebug's rocks, you know? I think I'd rather buff your damage, so you can do 3 now. Less movement though. What's the alternative? With 2 reactor cores. You know? That is very tempting. Add fire. It's 3 power for add fire is not good enough. That's too. This needs to be 1. This needs to be 1 power. Because for 3 power, I can make this thing do 2 extra damage up to 3 units. That's way better than this. Like, I get the idea. The idea is that you burn, then you stand in the fire and you boost yourself. But that seems like, this seems like something that you should have at the start of your run to get familiar with it. This is not the end game play. This should be the early play for this squad, I feel. So with 2 reactor, I am looking at Missile Barrage, I'm looking at the +1 damage on quickfire rockets, but admittedly I do love the move. But doing 3 damage plus a push up to 4 damage, very, very useful. So why don't we do that? It's gonna cost us move, but the extra damage is hopefully gonna be worthwhile, because it's 3 damage now, every shot, up to 4. Sure. Tumblebug leader, you're there. You're gonna move up. Actually, you're probably not even gonna move. You are gonna move. You're gonna put explosive rocks next to our corporate HQ. Oh, good. And you're gonna try to blow up those explosive rocks. How am I gonna deal with that? I guess just knock you away as quickly as possible. Hornet Burrower Dispersal Mech. Alpha Starfish. I just read what's on the screen. I don't even think about what I'm reading. I think we want this. I worry about like the Hornet or something moving here. The Tumblebug moves first. Creates 2 explosive boulders. Why would he not move here and then put them both here and then I can't do anything about it? That seems like the perfect opening play from him. Because if he does that, yeah, there's pretty much nothing I can do unless I get behind him, which I can't, and then knock the boulder away. I guess technically what I could do is move here, hit my own building, push the rock away, and then push the Tumblebug away and explode this building twice. But that doesn't seem that good, but also I don't know what else I would do. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll move up and try to attack me, but he's probably gonna go back to the buildings. That's what I would do. He went up to attack me, thank you. I will admit, the game does seem to prevent situations where you can't move the enemies. Like, it seems to not want to go up against the wall frequently. Maybe that's part of the AI where it avoids walls. I don't know. Vague Thing, welcome to the stream. Basic question, do you think it's easier to finish a run after 2 or 4 islands? It depends on the, it depends. If you have a strong squad, probably easy to do it after 2 islands because you can kill all the enemies. If you wait till 4 islands, all of the enemies are gonna be alphas, they're gonna have more health, do more damage. You might need the time to get the reactor to get that strong, but not always the case. You're hitting nothing, you're hitting nothing. You two are hitting buildings. Kinda like, I was gonna say kinda like this because I can push you, but the tumblebug's in the way now that I think about it. So, I can't go where I need to go. That's a bad move. I could blow myself up. That's a bad move. Ooh, the boost on turn 1 means I can kill both of these minions, or kill you and then burrow you. What do we do about you? Probably, not that. Not that. So I guess we would do it like this. Probably burn you. No, actually, I do love this more. Hit you, hit you. You're half dead. You have 1 HP. In that case, blocking a spawn seems good. We don't really care about making this guy burrow. And in fact, if we block the spawn, we can light the tumblebug on fire on this turn. That seems really good. So it's gonna be this. Big sword. Double shot. You're dead in 2 turns if I do nothing. Hopefully we can kill you sooner though. Seems like a pretty good opening move, honestly. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the tumblebug decides to hit the corporate tower, but I guess maybe not from the backside. He'll probably do it from this side. The rock's not on fire. I think that's important. Oh, you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can stop you. It requires fire. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 range, 1, 2, 3, 4. Light you guys on fire. And then the quickfire mech doesn't do anything on this turn. Very interesting. But there's the boss killed. Every enemy saved. Don't worry about the fact that these buildings are on fire. You know, future technology and everything, they can sustain themselves. They're okay. And then, you know, it's a little weird, but I kind of like the idea of pushing the explosive rock out of the way. That way we kind of get rid of the chain reaction that can occur here and we open up space that we can move in. It also does more damage to the burrower, which I like, but like now we can move more freely around the corporate tower. 5 units next turn though is scary, but at least we did kill the tumblebug. Mighty Odin says, for never playing this game, I think 4 islands is easiest. You should always go for 4 islands. Yeah, do that. I hate that you moved where you moved. 2, 3, 4. I can still deal with you. I think we're gonna have to use the rockets, and this is not a bad turn for it. It kills 2 units, lights 1 unit on fire, which means that they're dead, and then we only have to deal with the unit on the very top of the screen. Yo, it doesn't hit the rocks! I was thinking about that. That's why I was worried about the tumblebug mission, but it only hits the units, not the rocks. Smart targeting missiles, I love it. Beautiful, and then we actually kill him on this turn. No reason for it, but you might as well do it. And then you know what? Big sword. Go into the drink. And you're dead. Repair. Boost. Repair. I keep thinking that we heal in the fire, but that's because the last squad had the smoke. By the way, good squad. I liked it. A lot of fun. How come you're not boosted? You walked into the... Oh, because you healed and that ruined the boost. I remember. Okay. 7 corporate rep. We have many pilots. Repairing repairs all, which is pretty good if you're boosted. I don't know how that keeps your pilots alive, but it's interesting. There's a self-damage cannon. We do have Technician on Kai, and this is kind of the unit that I was thinking could be fun to have a self-damage ability on. Arachnoid Injector. That's a very good piece of equipment. We're currently using everything we have. And we have Bethany Jones, which we haven't used. I gotta admit, the extra move is good, but Opener is a very useful piece of equipment. A piece of equipment, a very useful piece of kit. I think we're gonna get rid of Zhang. He's good, but Opener on Missile Barrage if we need it. Opener, boost. You keep the boost. Although, I am thinking like, we are using this on almost every turn. So what if we just move heat engines off and give you the super missiles? Then you can still have the ability to launch fire everywhere. You can move around, you know, as much as you need to. Adrenaline's never gonna pop for, Adrenaline's never gonna pop for you. I'm gonna swap you off. Bethany, you've got a great reputation, and you're gonna give me some great reputation. Zhang, useful, very good, goodbye. And with 12 freaking corporate rep, I honestly think I'm just gonna get 4 reactor. Like, the bump is really nice, and we do have a lot of movement abilities. And from blocking emerging Vec. Takes 1 power. The problem is I don't know where to put it. I really love having the Titanite Blade on this guy so he can do something else on his turn that's not 1 damage. He can do 5 damage on a turn, it's beautiful. I guess that'll do 2 damage. Quickfire rockets we're using literally every turn because it hits 2 enemies. Missile Barrage is a good last-ditch effort. I can't use Firestorm Generator. So yeah, I think we sell Force Amp, or we could hold it. Yeah, okay, I think we'll hold it. We'll settle it next island, but I'm just gonna get 4 reactor. And then we're gonna buff the damage on this so we can do 5 damage on turn 1, which is enough. It's enough to kill like any enemy that's not a boss. It can kill a boss if it hits them into a wall. And then with 1 reactor, you have freaking 9 move on turn 1. Which, you know what? Let's give you the health. If you have 9 move on turn, having 4 move is really good. We'll keep you with the move. But I'll give, maybe move to our Napalm Mech pilot. The 5 move is actually kind of nice so that they can move into position. I like it. We're starting to get a decent amount of reactor for units. We're able to upgrade the abilities the way we want them. Thermal discharger is good for pushing at a distance if we need to. The quickfire rockets we're using every turn, and then the missiles is like a final last ditch. I need to do a little bit more damage. Okay, leave island.